What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here. What is this gonna be? This might be some trend. Nope, it might be a trending topic. It's a video. I don't know. Really and truly, we ain't got shit. I don't have shit to talk about this morning because I didn't watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And if you guys didn't see on the community tab, I'm not gonna review it going forward until Bravo makes a statement or Bravo fires Jenny Wynn, right? But hey, before we go ahead and just talk about what we're going to talk about, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys are not subscribed to my channel, I need you guys to do me a solid favor by liking the video, turning on your post notifications, sharing this video, you guys, and subscribing to my channel. And you guys, with that out of the way, without further ado, let us just go ahead and just have a conversation with each other, right? All right, you guys, so if you guys did not see my community post yesterday, so I posted on my community tab yesterday that going forward, I won't be reviewing Salt Lake City Housewives, right? And initially what I was planning to do was anytime that Jenny came on the camera or she had a scene, which actually her scenes, like I said, in Hot Topics this past weekend, her scenes were boring. After that whole sister wives storyline came to pass, Jenny had nothing. The only thing that Jenny had was this imaginary beef with Mary, which I still don't understand that beef. When she cussed Mary and Lisa out, but she more specifically cussed Mary out, and then Mary was like, "Don't cuss at me." Don't tell me what to do, Mary. But I didn't understand her cussing at Mary. I didn't understand her and that situation with the shoes where it was against her religion to accept those shoes, but just took them anyway. And then you did, which is against your religion. I didn't even think about that in the video, that was a contradiction. Mary gave you some shoes she bought and gave them to you. They were against your culture to take them, right? But is it against your culture to take them and then do the same thing that Mary did to you? See the contradiction right there? Yeah. So this is just me talking. So I don't know how long this is going to be, you guys, but I just want to get my thoughts out because I've had a lot of thoughts over this past weekend with this whole situation involving Jenny, right? So like I said, Bravo has yet to make a statement, and the interesting thing with Bravo is, so the date after that, the next day after this shit came out about Jenny and these anti-black, posts that were on Facebook, Bravo went ahead and released the trailer for Candy's new show, Candy and the Gang, and I was like, oh, so this is the way we got to shut the black people, to kind of get the black people to be like, oh, they gave us the trailer for Candy and the Gang, so we're gonna forget about the shit that Jenny said. Not I said, the pussycat. Like, I'm not gonna forget that shit, right? And today is Monday, and at this point, Bravo has still not made an official statement, right? I know people were upset last night because Lisa was on Watch What Happens Live, right? But somebody said, so y'all weren't gonna talk about Jenny on Watch What Happens Live, and he says that it was pre-recorded. It was recorded last Wednesday, right? So Watch What Happens Live will go back live this week. And I still don't believe Bravo. I don't believe Bravo, and I don't believe Andy's going to say anything. But the interesting thing is, Bravo has put out a lot of statements over the years, right? They put out a lot of statements. But if you just look into the history, like Luann from Real Housewives of New York City, I forget which season it was, but I do remember watching that episode, and I was like, are you serious? When she dressed up as Diana Ross and she had darkened her skin. That is what we call blackface. Like her face and that wig. And she still looked nothing like Diana Ross. I'm like, what the fuck was the purpose? I don't even remember I know they didn't put out a statement, but I vaguely remember that. I don't even know if I watched that season's reunion, but I do think I remember them discussing it at the reunion, but they kind of glazed over it, right? So we had that instance, right? Like, Bravo picks and chooses when they want to fire people for, offenses, right? Because then let's move to the Real Housewives of Dallas, right? You guys know I watched all the Housewives franchises. So Real Housewives of Dallas was it season 4? Yep, it was season 4 because Leanne didn't come back for season 5. So season 4 of Real Housewives of Dallas. Yeah, it was season 4. When she got into it with Carrie, Britney, when she was talking about all Mexican and strong, and it called her chirpy little Mexican, right? And they discussed that at the reunion. And the following season, Leanne was fired, right? And then in that off season, Leanne's wedding planner, Steve, he posted a video of Brandy making fun of Asians with their eyes, right? So Bravo didn't fire Brandy, right? And I think that's what Steve was trying to do. He was a little bitch. I'm keep real with you guys. Steve is a little bitch. Because I said something to Steve, right? Because he came at Brandy, and I'm like, wait a minute. But you ain't had nothing to say about your friend Leanne, right? Like, I get it that you want to defend, you want to, make Brandy look bad as well. But hold your friend's feet to the fire, right? And he blocked me on Twitter, which I didn't give a fuck. And now his Twitter has been deactivated. But hey, it is what it is, right? So we had that instance, right? Then we also had the instance of Kelly Dodd, that dumbass. When Kelly Dodd wore that shirt in Drunk Wives Matter, right? They didn't do anything with Kelly because I think when that shit came out with Kelly, OC was already airing. So when I saw that shit, that's when I stopped watching OC. I was like, you know what? I can't support an idiot like Kelly Dodd. I cannot support her. I had already had a side eye for Kelly when she got with Rick Leventhal from Fox News, right? I had already had a little bit of a side eye for her, but I was like, you know what? We gonna give Kelly the benefit of the doubt. And I was like, oh no, we're done with Kelly. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. At one point, I did like Kelly, but then I started seeing shit with Kelly. I'm like, oh fuck, no, I don't like Kelly. I can't stand Kelly. She's an idiot, right? So then, let's just go to 2020, you guys. The height of Black Lives Matter, the George Floyd, situation, Breonna Taylor. We all know the shit that happened in 2020, right? And that's what sparked, the peaceful protests, might I add. Not all of them were riots, right? And then even with the riots, there were people who pretended to be part of the cause just to loot and riot, right? So, in 2020, that was the height of, you put the black squares in your you black out your timeline on Instagram. You put a black square. And Bravo did all this shit, right? And even in 2020, you guys remember that Bravo did that special that Candy came to them with, right? Where they were talking about, voting. They did the one where they were talking about voting, and then they did the one with the just about Black Lives, where they had Leah McSweeney, Candy and Todd, Toya and Eugene, Wendy Osefo, and I think it was Eddie, Wendy and Eddie. They had most of the black people from Bravo, right? And they were all talking about things. And it's like, okay, we see y'all. Y'all are with us, and y'all are in solidarity with us. And then you guys also remember in 2020 that was the year that the whole shit with the Vanderpump Rules cast came out. You guys remember that they released the stuff about Kristen and Stassi calling the cops on Faith, saying that she was another person that had done some, I think, robberies or something, but it was not Faith at all. It was Kristen and Stassi, just being the mean bitches that they are. Like, I never liked Kristen and Stassi, and that's why I'm not gonna apologize for calling them bitches, because I don't care. Because when it comes to doing some shit like that, racist shit, I don't have any respect for you. I lose respect for you. But I never saw it for Kristen and Stassi, and actually Stassi is one of the reasons that I stopped watching Vanderpump Rules. Actually, Stassi and Kristen, they were just too mean for me. Like, y'all are in y'all 30. Y'all actually, Stassi is the same age as me. I think Stassi is if Stassi has not turned 33, Stassi is about to be 33, because I think Stassi and I are around the same age, right? But yeah, so you guys remember Bravo put out a statement about Stassi, Kristen, Jax. That asshole blocked me on Twitter too. I don't know why. I think Jax just used to search his name, and anybody that would say anything negative about him, he would block him. They fired Jax. They fired another cast member, and then I know on Below Deck there was a cast member that made some racially insensitive comments or did something on there, and they fired that cast member, right? And this is all during 2020, the height of everything that was Black Lives Matter, right? So 2020 is also the same year that Jenny went on this little tirade, rant, whatever you want to call it, on Facebook. So if Bravo was standing with us in 2020, she posted this stuff in 2020, wouldn't you think that Bravo would be like, that doesn't align with us, we don't condone that, that's not who we are, at this point we are going to, cut ties with Jenny Nguyen. But from what I'm hearing, the ladies of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, they are currently filming season 3, right? And at this point, the only person who's not returning to Salt Lake City season 3 is Mary, and Jenny's returning. Now, you guys know how I feel about Mary. You guys know I have a kind of like it's not a love, I ain't gonna say love hate. It's like I like Mary, but then at the same time, I can see the problems within Mary Cosby, right? You guys know that. I like Mary for television purposes, right? But when you really get down to the crust of Mary Cosby, she ain't for me, right? Like y'all know, she's not for me on a personal side. I've told you guys I wouldn't go to her church. She couldn't lead me. She couldn't teach me the word of God. She couldn't do anything with me because I think Mary is a flawed human. But we all are flawed human beings, right? It's just something off about Mary, but I still like her for the show. So I saw people saying about Mary. Well, Mary said that she wouldn't go to a 7-Eleven if black people were hanging outside of it. Well, technically, she never said that. Those words came out of Jen's mouth, right? And then you guys, let's stop bullshitting each other, right? Y'all know what the fuck Mary meant. Mary meant that and I said it last season, and I'm gonna continue to defend Mary in this one. I don't see anything wrong with what she said. How many times are y'all in the hood and y'all drive by a gas station and y'all see a bunch of niggas loitering? Are y'all gonna stop? Women, and I want to know this from my women. Are y'all gonna stop if y'all see a bunch of niggas outside of a 7-Eleven loitering? What you think them niggas gonna do? They gonna either hound you trying to holler at you, or like I gave you guys a specific example of what happens in the hood. There's actually it's not a 7-Eleven. It's one of those Circle J's. It's a Circle J in Dallas, in the hood. A bunch of niggas sit outside that Circle J, right? My cousin's car got stolen. Now, mind you, the nigga left his keys in his car, and his car running. But he went into the gas station, left his keys in the car, left his keys in his car running, come back out. He wasn't even in there 5 minutes. Car was gone. So yeah, y'all got to miss me with that shit. I understood what Mary meant. Now, what Mary has said this season about, comparing Jen to a Mexican thug and talking about Jenny's slanted eyes were beautiful. Yes, those were offensive comments, right? Those were definitely offensive comments. And I'm not gonna sit here and take away from that, right? But the thing that I have an issue with is Jenny. Jenny was on this whole trip of, Mary, you're a racist. You're a racist. You don't say slanted eyes. Okay, she apologized, right? But Jenny, you on Facebook talking about Black Lives Matter. If you comply with the cops, they won't shoot you. They won't do this to you. We do that all the time, and they still say that they're afraid of us. The big bad black man, I'm afraid of him. Oh, Tamir Rice. So would you say to Tamir Rice's mother that he should have complied with the cops, right? That was a baby. Toy gun. Did nothing to the cops. They shot and killed him. So what do you have to say about that, Jenny? And then that apology that you gave was complete and utter bullshit. And then following that on Friday, you guys go look at the community tab. I posted on Friday that someone in her team came out and said that they're her social media manager, right? And that Jenny's Facebook was hacked. Bullshit. Your Facebook was hacked? If your Facebook was hacked, why did you then come out and apologize for those posts, right? I want to know that question. Why did you apologize for the post if you didn't say it? There's one thing that I won't do in this world, and apologize is one of them. I won't apologize. One, if I don't feel that I'm wrong. If I don't feel that I'm wrong, you won't get an apology from me, because me saying I'm sorry and I still feel that I'm right, that's not really me being sorry for anything. I'm just saying it to appease you. And then the second one is, I don't apologize for things that I didn't do. I don't own up to things that I didn't do. I learned that lesson a long time ago, right? When I was in school, I was in the second, nope. I was in the fourth grade, right? Have I told you guys this story? Maybe. It's a short story. So I was in the fourth grade. I had just got to school one morning. Two of my friends were wrestling by my teacher's bookshelf, right? So what happened is I was getting ready to put my backpack on the little hook, right? And they were over there on the other side wrestling. And when they wrestled, they knocked over the bookcase, right? The bookshelf. Bookshelf fell right on me, right? Literally, it fell right here on me. I think I still have some. I have some scratches from that because it fell pretty hard. So I had to hold it up. I had to hold it up like this, and then I just pushed it back, right? I never got to put my backpack on the hook. So what I did was, I just put my backpack on my desk and I just sat down, right? And that was that. I was just gonna wait for my teacher to come in. So then, when my teacher came in, I forgot who it was. Somebody told the teacher that they were wrestling, or did she? I don't forget how it happened, but somehow my teacher found out, right? So she got the two that were wrestling, right? She got those two. They were in trouble, right? Then they come and get me, asking me what happened. I was like, what happened was they were wrestling with each other, right? And the bookshelf knocked over. I held it up, and I pushed it back, and I went and sat down. I said I was going to go put my backpack up, right? And my teacher was like, okay. But then the guidance counselor, whatever that bitch was, Miss Thompson, that bitch came in, right? So she questioned me, and mind you, my story never changed. It stayed the same the entire time. So she's like, okay, Gerald, tell me. Gerald is my first name. So she said, Gerald, tell me what happened. I said, I just told Miss Allen what happened. I said, I came in, I just came in, and I was going to go put my backpack up, right? And as I was getting ready to put my backpack up, that's when the bookshelf fell on top of me, and I had to hold it with my arm, and I pushed it back. Mind you, I told you guys. So my teacher also had plants too, right? So she had just watered her plants, right? And when the bookshelf fell, the plant fell. The plant fell on me. It wet me. I was drenched in water, right? And I was like, I was drenched in water on this side, just this side. And also, I had, like I said, you guys, I had some scratches. I got scratched up from holding that bookshelf. So what happened is, she said, so Jared, I have a witness that said that you were wrestling with them. I looked at him like, I told her, I'm like, I don't know who would tell you that, but I wasn't wrestling with them. I'm like, I just got to school. Like, so you mean to tell me I just get to school and then I'm immediately gonna go and wrestle with somebody? What kind of sense does that make? And so I told her, she said, and you said you were gonna put your backpack up, right? I said, yes. She said, then why is your backpack on your desk? I said, because I never made it. I said, when I went to go put my backpack on the hook, the damn bookshelf fell on me. She says, well, Jared, I have a witness. I said, and we went back and forth for about a whole hour. We went back and forth about an hour because she kept saying, Gerald, I have a witness. I have a witness. I have a witness. And I told her, go get your witness. At one point I did say, you can go get them. My story's not going to change. And eventually, after an hour, I got tired of it. I'm like, you know what, whatever you want to hear, I'll tell you. She said, what did you do? I said, I was wrestling with them and I knocked the shit over. But even if you listen to what if she had listened to me, she would have knew that I wasn't wrestling with them because of the bookshelf. The bookcase fell this way. They were on the opposite side of the bookshelf, right? So if the bookshelf had a fell and nobody picked it and all the books would have fell, right? The plant would have completely hit the floor. The plant would have hit the floor. You would have saw that shit on the floor if I was doing it, if I was in there with them wrestling. And then some months later, my mom told me, she was like, actually after that day, because they called my mom, she had to come up to the school, and I told her, I'm like, I didn't really do it. She's like, then why did you admit to it? I said, because she was hassling me. I said, she wouldn't let me tell her the truth. She said, Jerome, don't you ever do that again. Because my mom let it go, but I had in-school suspension for about a whole month. So I couldn't go to PE, which, honest God, at that time, I didn't give a fuck, so I was happy. We just sat in the office with them for the whole 30 minutes to an hour. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I ain't want to go to PE no damn ways. So, my mom came up there and she was pissed because she had just literally got off of work that morning, so she was asleep and she was pissed, and she was about ready. She was ready, and when I saw her, I was like, oh shit, because I looked at her, and I was like, oh shit, she is mad, and she pulled me, and we went to the side and talked, and I told her, I'm like, yeah, mama, I really didn't do it. She's like, what? You didn't do it? And she went and talked. I was like, don't say nothing to him. She probably did. Knowing my mother, she probably did. But I said, yeah, mama, I didn't really do it. I didn't. And then, like I said, a month after that, my mom told me she told me who the witness was. And it was somebody I thought, I was cool with. She said, so-and-so told him that you were the one that did it. I was like, really? And she said, yeah. And she said, but then after that, she came forward and told the truth that I wasn't involved. And I was like, oh, okay. So I think she was like a guidance counselor. So I'm like, oh, so she has egg on her face, right? She never apologized to me, but shit, I didn't need the apology because I knew I wasn't lying. I knew I was in the right, and it is what it is. I didn't care. But from that day forward, I learned that, hey, you can say whatever you want to say. If you got proof, you got this, you got that. If I say I didn't do it, and I know I didn't do it, that's what the fuck it is. I didn't do it, right? So yeah, that was my thing with Jenny. So if you were hacked, why did you apologize for it? Why did you say you've learned about perspectives and shit like that? You haven't learned shit. You're lying through your fucking teeth, right? So then I also have an issue with Bravo, right? So with Bravo, like I said, Bravo has made a lot of statements over the years. Like I said, they made a statement about the Vanderpump Rules cast, the person from Below Deck. They even made a statement about someone that I'm not too fond of. You guys know I'm not a big Kenya fan, right? I'm not a big Kenya Moore fan. But they made Bravo literally made a statement last season about Kenya when Kenya wore that Native American headdress, right? They made a whole ass statement about that. Andy made a mention of it at the reunion, right? Y'all were raking Kenya over the coals. Again, not a Kenya Moore fan, right? But y'all would have crucified Kenya. But Jenny, you can't say shit about Jenny, but y'all literally put out a statement about Kenya. The silence is deafening, right? The silence is deafening. I'm really sitting here thinking about how my future, or how my channel is gonna go, right? Because my channel has a lot of Bravo shows on it, right? And I just don't know what to do. Like because I know for a fact that I want to review Candy and the Gang because I love doing the Candy Wars. And then I want to see Mama Joyce and, Aunt Nora and Aunt Bertha and the woman that screamed, go to church. Like, I want to see that. I will say that trailer was hella funny, right? But yeah, I'm just really sitting here thinking about what to do, right? You guys let me know because it's my channel, but we're a family, and I listen to you guys give me input on shows and reviews sometimes, and I listen to what you guys say. So as a family, as a collective, I want you guys to let me know what you guys feel, right? Ultimately, I know it's my decision, but I like to have input as well, right? Salt Lake City. Because here's where I'm at. So what I was thinking with Salt Lake City was, because there are only a few more episodes left of this season, because they've already filmed the reunion. So I think that there's probably like 3 or 4 more episodes left before the reunion. And like I said, what I was initially planning to do was just any scene that she was in, I was not going to mention that scene. I was just going to cut her out of my, I was just going to fast forward every one of her scenes so that way I don't see her. I wasn't going to speak on her, right? I don't know what to do, you guys. I really don't. But I know that today there's no Salt Lake City review because I I didn't even watch the episode. Um, and then going forward with the black shows, it's interesting, right? That Nene came out and said that Bravo and Andy were racist, right? And I didn't, it wasn't that I didn't believe Nene at the time, right? It wasn't that I didn't believe her, because I believed her. But the issue that I had with Nene was the fact that Nene came out with that whole situation. This was after you didn't get your contract for season 13, right? And if you knew that the network and Andy were racist, why were you, but like you had been buddy with Andy for years, right? And you worked for the company. Now, granted, there are probably a lot of companies out there that are racist, right? That we don't know about, right? But if you work for them, you go to work to get your paycheck, right? That's it. You go get your check, and you go home. That's it. But as far as being cool with and fraternizing with someone that you believe to be racist, why would you do that? That was my issue with Nene, right? I felt like Nene was doing it because I felt like Nene was retaliating against the network at the time, right? But yeah, I just have an issue right now. Like, I don't know what we're going to do about Candy. I know we're going to review Candy and the Gang. We'll be back with Potomac. We'll be back with Married to Medicine. We'll be back with Housewives of Atlanta. We'll continue to do the other shows that I do, like OC, Miami. We'll continue to do them. And with not OC, but Miami. Miami, I already paid for Peacock, so shit. It's already paid for. So it is what it is, right? But yeah. Let's see if there's anything else that I want to discuss before we get off of here, you guys. That was the biggest thing that I just want to talk about, was the fact that they went in on Kenya. Y'all went in on Kenya. Granted, Kenya is not my favorite person, but the way y'all did Kenya last season with that Native American headdress, disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, that was something else I wanted to mention, right? Like, they always, with the Monique and with Monique and Candace situation, right? With that whole fight, y'all put out this whole statement about them, right? But y'all have never once put out a statement for New Jersey. Jersey fights more than any other housewife. Jersey fights more than what Potomac did. Jersey has fought more than Portia. Yes, I had to mention Portia. Jersey has fought a lot more than Portia. Let's just go down the line of all the offenses that Jersey has done. The Joes fought, right? Danielle's hair got pulled by was it Jacqueline's daughter? Yes, Jacqueline's daughter. It was Ashley. She pulled Danielle's hair. Teresa pushed Andy's ass down in that chair at that reunion. What else has happened? Teresa, remember the season when she went at Kim D and how she flung that chair. What else? Who else has had? Who else? When Danielle went and pulled Margaret's ponytail, did y'all ever say that y'all don't condone that kind of shit? No. It's y'all seeing the pattern, you guys? It's a pattern, and it's really with us. Now I don't believe that they put out. Now the only person that is one of us that I don't think that they put out a statement for is Portia, right? No, because even when Portia pulled Kenya's hair in season 6, was it? They said something about that, right? So yeah, y'all pick and choose when y'all want to be down for the black peoples. But that's all I got for you guys. Wow, this was almost 30 minutes. These are my thoughts, right? I just want you guys to just feel free to chime in. You guys tell me what you guys think about Bravo. I know Tracy, shout out to my subscriber Tracy. I know she said that she'll support, content creators who look like this with these Bravo shows. I know a lot of people are done with Bravo, right? I just have to really think about what's best for me, right? I just have to think about what's best for me going forward. And what I might do is, I don't know if I'm going to give them the ratings. What I might do is I might what I might do with the shows is, I know some people record them and upload them to YouTube, so that might be what I do when it comes to watching the shows. We might watch them on YouTube, do my reviews, and just don't give Bravo the money. Because once Bravo's ad revenue gets hit, they'll say something. They'll say something. And like I said in Friday's video, with Salt Lake City, they can't afford to lose any ratings, right? Salt Lake City does not have that the highest of numbers. They don't. I don't know if they even get 600,000 views a week. Their numbers are right there where the Real Housewives of Dallas numbers stood for the entire duration of that show. And I'm surprised that they would go this route, right? Because you saw what happened with Dallas. Dallas was in the process of filming season 6? Yeah, Dallas was in the process of filming season 6, and they halted production of season 6. Dallas is on an indefinite hiatus. So we'll see. We'll see. But hey, that's it, you guys. That's all I got. Let me know what you guys thought about all the things that I discussed in this video. Leave your comments, you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Share the video, you guys. And with that, hope you guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask, you guys. Socially distanced. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys for something else. Actually, I'll see you guys again for the family reunion. Bye, guys.